So we know that there's a bunch of needs. There's a lot going on with Gwen. So hoping you can kind of give us the full rundown of what's happening. Explain to us a little bit more about what it is that, that Gwen has that maybe we can help with you and your family. What are those big needs? Basically everything.
Okay.
Do you want to start off?
Sure. Okay. So Gwen is actually turning 4 on Wednesday.
Oh, wow. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. We're very excited. Gwen is dependent on all her care. She needs someone all day long with her.
Okay.
Yeah. So she has we have nurses Monday through Friday to help us out during the work week. I ended up switching my jobs as a bartender, so it's nights. So now I can be with her during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Easier with 2 people rather than just one-on-one with her.
Of course.
There's a lot going on. She's G-tube fed, so a lot of moving parts with that. She just has a little G-tube button. What else? So her diagnosis is Miller-Dieker Lissencephaly, which we found out at 34 weeks when Jen was pregnant. Devastating for us because we had this normal pregnancy, this whole idea of our family, and then totally switched within 5 minutes after finding out about this. But we got through it. A lot of puzzles were made, a lot of family time and stuff. So it was good. And we had Gwendolyn, and it was the best day of our lives. She's changed it in so many good ways, and she just exudes love, and everybody who holds her just feels this love. She's just such a good baby, and
we still call her a baby even though she's turning 4.
My nephew is going to be 5 in a couple weeks, and we still refer to him as the baby. So he will forever have that title. So I totally get that. So is this something that's genetic, or is it just some rarity that nobody knows how it happens?
From what the doctors have told us, it can be genetic, but Sebastian and I have both been tested, and it was something that was completely random.
Oh, wow. Now, how rare is this? Do you know how many kids get this?
1 in 100,000.
Wow.
So her brain, when it's formed, the lissencephaly means instead of having the bumps and ridges like we have, her brain is almost entirely smooth.
Wow. And there's nothing they can do to try and change anything.
No, she's going to be basically like a 3 to 6 month old baby her whole life.
Okay.
So this is the biggest thing for us right now is her growing. Now she's when she was first born, we were we just want to squeeze you and make a pop, but she was so tiny and delicate. Now she's getting big, and now we're
okay. Now our backs are hurting.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, they get big very quickly for sure.
Yeah, but the biggest issue with Gwen is that she suffers from epilepsy.
Oh, wow.
So she's on a lot of epilepsy medicines. She's on Haley's Hope, which is a THC CBD oil that we administer through her G-tube, and that helps subside the seizures. But it's an ongoing battle that we're working with our neurologist and other doctors and specialists to keep the seizures at bay.
So when did the seizures start? 6 months.
6 months, on the dot. Obviously they said don't do any research of it on your own, and of course
that's the first thing you do.
It's on the palm of our hands, so we did, and it said, I remember reading 6 months is when you'll start seeing seizure activity, and it was to the day where she turned 6 months, and it was what's going on? We were so scared. We thought she was choking, and so we started doing a little pat on her back.
CPR thing.
She came out of it, was fine, and we're oh, okay. And then I don't remember when we saw the doctor after that, we were thinking, oh, that was her first seizure. That wasn't her choking. That was her seizure, because she doesn't take anything by mouth. So we were more, just being parents, oh, she's choking, but not thinking it was going to be her
right.
seizure. So And from then on, you know, it's been a battle, but we keep them at bay for the most part. She's on a lot of meds, constant care, constant snuggles. So.
That's not a bad thing.
No, that's the best medicine.
That is one of her favorite things to do.
That's great. So I have a question, just not knowing enough about it. So the CBD, is that something that she gets regularly, like a regular prescription, or is that just happening when the seizure happens?
So the doctor can't prescribe it because it has the CBD in it. The doctor, THC, the doctor will monitor and kind of follow it, but he can't prescribe it. So that's an out-of-pocket thing we pay for her. But we do find that it helps. Like one of our therapists said, I think it was her OT, said that it kind of like calms her brain down. It kind of like puts the fire out a little bit. So we use that with the other medications, but she still has, I would say, at least 3 or 4 really big seizures a day.
Wow. Unbelievable. I can't even imagine. So now, how many doctors does she said? So you said the neurologist, and then I know she sees folks over at Schwartz. So how many other doctors is she seeing on a regular basis?
Oh God, I should have printed it out. We have about 8, I would say. So she, her vision, she has, so when she was born, we found out that she can't really see. She was later diagnosed with CVI, the cortical vision impairment. But at the same time, she ended up she doesn't shut her eyes ever. Her eyes are always open, even when she's sleeping. So when she was in the NICU, she needed to go under the lights because she was a little jaundiced, and they put a mask on her. When they did that, she got 2 corneal abrasions in both of her eyes. So we worked very closely with an eye doctor who she still has to this day, and we are in love with her. Doctor. She's the best. She saved Gwen's eyes, even though Gwen can't see. She saved Gwen's eyes for her eye health.
We don't know what she can and what she cannot see.
She doesn't see like us.
She doesn't see like us. She will look at us, mom and dad. She'll recognize voices and stuff, and grandma and aunts and uncles and stuff. She'll look at, but like what she can actually see, we're not 100% sure.
Now, are these doctors local, or are you going up to Boston?
Boston. Well, her eye doctor is in Providence.
Oh wow.
Everybody else is in Boston.
So you do a lot of traveling.
We were.
Well, not right now.
A lot of teletherapy because I refuse to bring her anywhere because she's so medically pregnant.
Has she been out at all since March? Not at all.
No, and we used to love, the only places we really could go was like Target and Stop and Shop, and we haven't even been able to go there.
So now, how does she communicate with you if she, you know, she's not speaking, and you know the eye communication's not there? So how does she grab your attention? Like how do you know what she needs?
It's almost like
telepathic.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot of non-verbal.
We're constantly like, if for the most part she is on her own, maybe 15-20 minutes a day by herself, but that's because if we're like,
and by herself we mean not in someone's arms,
right? Yeah, somebody's always around.
Yeah,
and then we kind of, you know, you get a feel for her squeaks and beeps and moans and cries. And like she'll let us know when she has a wet diaper. She'll be fussy. She'll start breathing a lot heavier.
So I would say similar to a newborn, how a mom can tell a newborn's cries. We're just very in tune to, she's got a wet diaper. We know just by the type of cry she's doing. And sometimes I swear she will cough or do something just to get our attention too.
All kids do that. Oh, wow. So now, how are you guys doing? Because you're both still working. So how are you balancing all of this? I can't imagine how you're doing it, especially with COVID.
COVID has definitely added an additional layer of, I don't know, craziness. We have nursing help through the week, but we haven't had any new nurses. And if a nurse calls out, that's basically why Sebastian works at nights. Yeah, the night and then during the day. So Gwen either is with a nurse and one of her parents, or me at night. She's always with us. And that's pretty much how we've done it with balancing everything. Sebastian stopped working the same shift as I am, and he works in the afternoon.
So that's got to be hard with you guys not seeing each other either.
Yeah. Well, I worked in Avon for a while, and that took me away for
even longer.
Yeah, it was a very company-oriented company. So when I had issues with Gwendolyn, they took into the fact that I had my time taken away from her, but it just wasn't working with the commute. And when I got home, I still needed to hop on the laptop, put in the hours. I used to be a graphic designer, so it was just constant work. Then my work suffered for that, and we kind of went our separate ways. And I was unemployed for how long? Like 9 months, something like that. And then we were just kicking around what would be the best job for me, best kind of career move for us. And so we were kicking around the idea of bartending, because I could do the night shifts and I could be with Gwen during the day and the nurse during the day, help take care of her. And then Jen, would be at work. She's a speech therapist, so she would be home around like 3 o'clock and take over from there. And then so that's where we kind of made a lot of moves, still making moves.
Yeah, it never ends. We're still
kind of figuring stuff out,
especially
now with COVID. I'm bartending, and as safe as I am, I double mask up. I keep I'm constantly washing my hands back there. So it's an ongoing process, but we're learning, we're constantly changing, and it's all for Gwen. We were living in a 2-story house last year, a year ago. We just moved into this new house, which is 1 level. It does have a basement that's finished for the most part, and it's just easier maneuvering Gwen to our bedroom, to her room, to change where our home base is basically in the living room. We have a nice big sectional couch, and she posts up on there, and we kind of have everything around her, medical equipment and stuff around her. And
her suction machine, her breathing treatment, all that stuff is kind of like that part of the couch is just like Gwen's island.
That's awesome. So now, if you were selected for the program, what are your major needs? What do you think that listeners could help you the most with?
Our house, as nice as it is not very handicap accessible.
Okay.
Our bathroom, we don't have a tub. It's just an upright shower. So she doesn't really enjoy being, I feel so bad. We hose her down like a shower, you know what I mean?
As quick as you can, yeah.
She doesn't like it.
She has a shower chair.
Yeah, she has a shower chair. She doesn't like it. That's kind of she's getting bigger now. And we, like Sebastian was saying, we used to hold her around, walk around like she's a baby. But I don't see us being able to do that without the house instead of us adapting now, the house to adapt.
Right, because it is going to get harder as she gets bigger to move her from place to place.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is actually lifting her, because it's the shower. She has a shower chair that goes on the floor of the shower, and we put her in that, and then we hose down.
I feel so bad.
We shower her now. We shower her. But she's also very sensitive to touch, and she loves just soft, plush, cozy clouds of anything hard or plastic or cold. Nope, don't want to touch it. But, so when she's in the shower, she does not like that. And then on top of that, getting her out of the shower is getting a little harder. Lifting a wet baby.
A huge bar of soap.
Exactly, and then handing it off to Jen, and Jen has the towel and scoops her up. And
now, do you think if you had a bath that she would be comfortable in that?
Yes, we've given her baths at Grandma's and our old house a few times, but she was also smaller.
I think she would just maybe not feel, because we think of all her senses that we know, like we know her hearing's good, we know her touch is good. So I can only imagine when she's showering, we try to play music and stuff, but it must be loud, it's cold. Like,
and then you got like the stuff hitting you, which for us feels great, but I'm sure it must feel like pins to her, I would assume, right? Okay.
Yeah. It's just startling for her, you know, it's cold, it's, you know, bright. We'll throw on music and make it as nice as we can. You know, for the most part, it's not always horrible, but she does cry a lot and doesn't enjoy it most times.
No.
I don't know. It sounds super relaxing. I'm coming over later for a shower.
It's just and then I don't know. I just see everything's just starting to get harder. Like feeding her getting a little bit more difficult. Everything's just getting. She takes everything through her tube, and she's on a very nutritious. It's all organic and stuff, which is nice.
And is that all covered by insurance?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Luckily, we are covered by
awesome.
And what's really nice with the tube is, like a week ago, she wasn't feeling well, and she actually vomited, and she doesn't usually. And we were very worried about her lungs getting an aspirational pneumonia. So my mom came by and made a chicken soup, and then Sebastian blended it, and that's what we put through the tube. So that was really
great.
nice. So she's starting to tolerate foods more so than just her what we get, which is nice.
Wow. Now, what about how are you getting around to appointments? Is your car handicap accessible? Okay, so it's not. What kind of car do you have?
We bought a mom van.
Of course.
We have a Honda Odyssey. And we have pretty much a baby car seat that we're using right now, which is really, really tricky to get her in and out.
So is there something that's easier, or is it more of like getting the van handicap accessible so you can just wheel the chair right in?
There are other car seats. I think she's still, because even though she's going to be 4, she's still, and we say that she's big, she's a peanut, but she's a heavy little peanut. I think she would there are car seats out. We've been working with PT trying to figure out, there's some that like swivel so we could like seat her in it. So we wouldn't have to like go like this to put her in.
Yeah. Now it's kind of like maneuvering her legs, and
we don't want to hurt her. Have one arm back like this, so it doesn't really help. Even with her head, she has the head control of a newborn, I would say. She doesn't really hold her head up. So she's dependent on everything. So we try, now that she's getting longer, it's always like, okay, where's her arms, where's her legs? And if we put on her, like, where's her little pinky finger? Is it in her?
So now you said that she reacts well to very soft things. Anything else that she reacts well to that you're like, we wish we had more of this, like a weighted blanket, or, I mean, there's a whole host of different things like that have any of her therapists said what will be best for her?
So I don't know about her therapist. Again, with COVID, she really hasn't been getting her services because we haven't had people in the house.
Right.
Sebastian and I do the best we can. I try to cover the speech portion, but I'm always talking to her anyway.
Yeah.
Somebody's always talking to her. What she does like is Audible. We listen to a lot of Harry Potter.
Oh, wow.
She still sleeps like a baby. So that means she's up every night, probably between 3 and 5.
Oh, wow.
And Sebastian will wake up with her and listen to some Harry Potter and stuff like things like that really soothe her. Calm voices. She likes the TV to play like she loves like children's voices. So she'll listen to like cartoons, things like that.
Yeah, we just had a Zoom with my family this Thanksgiving, and we had Gwen right on Jen's lap, and she was right there at the thing. And my niece was talking, everybody was talking, and I looked over at Gwen, and it looked like she was looking,
alert,
like she could hear the voices, and
That's
she was
awesome.
happy about it, and it was nice to see her like engaged and kind of with it, and that was just a sweet thing. Like she loves little kids' voices.
I know. I think that's a
Should
good
we go
time
get
to
her?
get her.
Yeah, please. Well, actually, before you go get her, Casey, do you have any other questions?
You know what?
Hang on, she's just checking her notes before you.
No worries.
I feel bad. I feel like we didn't answer the doctor question.
Right. So we tricked you a little bit. So you're not just nominated for the program, you are our mini info this year.
Thank you.
So Phil is not actually my intern, it's Phil from WBSM.
Oh my God,
hello.
thank you so much.
Oh God, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
How deserving. You have gone through everything from Omega to Alpha and back.
Yeah.
And what an inspiration you are. Your caring and your love is just a highlight of this season. And I want you to know there wasn't a dry eye when the selection was made.
Oh, thank you so much.
Just know there's so much love and support around you. I hope you can feel these radio hugs.
Yes, we can.
And I just wanted to mention that this was made possible because of some of the kindest people in our community. And they come through, you know, especially at times like this, like Taste Buds, Bistro, and Catering. We love them.
Love them,
Cottage
yep.
Street Motors. We also love them very much. Leach Auto Body. Love them. Arujo Brothers, Plumbing and Heating. Love them. And Kudo Construction. They made all of this possible. All your friends. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
By the way,
so
who
grateful.
named her Gwen? I love the name Gwen. Yeah,
It was
Mom.
adorable.
We both liked it, but I kind of liked it.
But why? What was it about Gwen? Jen,
Just,
that
it was, I don't know, we didn't want to just,
We were kicking
Another
around
name.
a lot of ideas, and I think right after we get the diagnosis, we started referring to her as Gwen, and it just stuck.
Oh, wow. That is so beautiful. Both of you are beautiful. And we
Thank
have you
you.
surrounded in our love and in our gratitude and in our hearts. Congratulations.
thank you guys so
very
much. We appreciate it so much.
Yes, we would love to meet
Huge.
Gwen.
Okay, so we should take the laptop to Gwen.
Yeah, doing, okay.
Yeah, well, is it all right if we take the laptop?
Yeah,
to
go, yeah.
She's
Yes,
doing right
of
now.
course. Oh, this is so awesome. What a gorgeous story.
She's sitting with Grandma.
Uh-huh.
Gwendolyn.
There you are.
Hi, Gwen.
Hi.
Look, oh, little seizure.
Start.
It's okay.
Yes, that's okay.
Do you want to pick it up?
Yeah.
Hi, Gwen.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Hi, Gwen. Hello, darling.
Oh, my big cup.
There she is. What a precious little girl.
Yeah, so
Beautiful.
we'll sit down over here. This is basically where we sit and hang. Oh, but you can see she's a big girl, getting really big.
Yes. Hi, Gwen.
That's good.
Hello, darling girl. Hello, sweetheart. Yes.
How do you think
She
she
did.
being this year's mini Brengle?
Yeah, she did have a little seizure just there, just a little startle one. So she's kind of in this kind of aura right now,
Mhm.
which is lasts a little bit, but she'll come out of it and just
Yep.
there you go. Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, baby.
Hello again. Hello. I would love to read her Harry Potter. Are you kidding me?
You have a great voice for it. Perfect for it.
Well, congratulations. You have such love, endless love. And what an inspiration. I mean this. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations again. It couldn't have gone to a more deserving family.
We appreciate it so much.